Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Visual Effects Artist React with a bunch of great clips for you today. I have this crazy stop motion live action fight.
Whoa, is that... Wait!
I have this clip from the borrowers. It's gonna blow their minds.
What is going on?
Have you guys seen Cocaine Bear? The bear is really well done.
Wait, Weta?
Weta?
Yeah, Weta.
Weta?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, there's a reason the bear looks so good because Weta worked on it.
Was that a CG sign that the bear busted through?
I don't
Probably.
think so. I'm pretty sure it's a real sign being busted.
Looks like a CG sign.
Same's just being contrarian.
That's a CGI sign.
That's a practical.
Are you kidding me?
That's 100% practical.
Like they already have a bear.
How do they break it?
The string.
It's so easy to build that in any program.
That's a paper cutout over the sign. The sign's made to break, and the paper cutout of the Ranger stays a paper cutout. See? If this was a CGI sign, they wouldn't have a paper cutout of one of the Rangers on top of the board. Everything would just shatter. Also, as far as the art department goes, you would have your breakaway sign, and you'd have your printouts that you stick on top to make it easy to reset to do it again.
You're right.
It's a practical sign. It's one thing to have fur on your character. It's another thing to have your character then have like blood and cocaine gooped to that fur. It's like you're running physics sims on top of physics sims. They had to be really careful and like calculating with where they're going to put their extra stuff on the bear. So like they'd keep it on the face, and the rest of it would just be like textures or shaders. But on the bear's face is where you'd actually have like extra liquid or powder.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
But then you have scenes where like the bear is wrestling with people and the bear is biting people and all that kind of stuff. So they did have a guy in a bear costume. His name was Alan Henry. And they put like a giant fur like cowl around his head so that people would grab him and wrestle him and their arms would be at the right spot for where they'd be on the
Nice.
bear.
Yeah, look at that high fashion. Is that from Balenciaga?
And they also had like just a bear head that they'd walk around with.
That eyeball?
The animation is so nice.
Woohoo! I kind of want to watch the whole movie now.
They got this flat. Like the body goes limp.
So visceral! I will say her falling out of the ambulance is a little on the rough side. Like there's some obvious like roto stuff going on. But I don't even care because it's so...
I feel like it's actually a stunt person element. Yeah, some stunt person just had to get strapped down and had to go for it.
She's probably just like bouncing and then landing on a mat. Everything else about the shot is probably CG. Like including the ground, the grass, the ambulance.
Yeah, you're right.
The ultimate limp-wristed fight scene.
Wait, that was a green screen arm?
Oh, cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, otherwise you have to hide his hand in his wrist somehow. His arm is the green arm, and he's holding up his broken arm above it.
Wow, that's actually really clever. I like
Really
that.
ingenious.
Me likey. Yep, I like it.
That was a great shot, by the way. Did you double to practical takeover?
Holy shit.
It's a CG shot where she goes flying out of the windshield, but it lands and it's real footage of her in front of the camera. And that transition between the two is literally flawless. Right there. That's really well done.
It's tough to do too, because in real life, somebody can't just throw themselves at the speed of flying out of like a car, for example. So when
Yeah.
you try to do a transition, you can just kind of feel this like deceleration that turns into the real element.
Well, but she does hit the tree. Her shoulder hits the tree and that automatically kind of like angles her correctly and it slows her down
We've
just
done
enough.
this. We did this in the Portal Trick Shots video too.
Yeah, we've done this many times actually.
And many times.
Hi, I'm Lego Griffin, and I'm here to talk about this video's sponsor, BetterHelp. If your mind is ever feeling blocked, they have a network of over 30,000 therapists with a wide range of expertise. I immediately clicked with my therapist, but if you feel like yours isn't a fit, you can switch therapists with one button and no additional cost. That's a great feature because sometimes breaking up with a therapist feels like trying to unstick two of those little flat Lego pieces that are really stuck together, and it hurts your fingernails and you start crying because you didn't know you didn't need these two pieces together and they're the last. Starting therapy can be daunting, but BetterHelp makes it so easy. First, you fill out a questionnaire about your specific challenges, needs, and preferences, and then they match you with a therapist. In most cases, within 48 hours. Schedule sessions whenever and however is convenient for you. Phone call, video chat, or messaging. Let's say, I don't know, you want to talk to your therapist about how you didn't know it would be so tough not having knees or elbows or having these weird hand things, and they want to know, why did you do this? Is it possible to change back? All you have to do is open the app and use BetterHelp's simple scheduling tool. Click the link in the description or visit betterhelp.com/corridorcrew. Clicking that link helps support this channel, and it'll also get you 10% off your first month of BetterHelp. Okay, let's get you back to the video, and I'll try to get back to my desk without getting stepped on.
None of you have ever seen this clip before, I guarantee it. It's called Divinity, and it came out last year. It's this trippy black and white sci-fi film. They did something really interesting here.
Hold up, I'm trying to figure out what we're looking at. That was a weird camera pull out. That was a stop motion, dude.
What do you guys think? Is it distracting that it goes to stop motion? Are you like, that's fake?
No, I dig it because it's like stylized.
They did a really good job cutting from the stop motion to the live action.
Yeah.
In a really flowing, seamless way.
Is this actually stop motion or is it CG and supposed to look like stop motion?
This is actually stop motion.
Then how does the character have motion blur?
I imagine it's just like real smart motion blur.
Yeah, it's post effects. It looks pretty good. Like, I like this modern take on stop motion, because normally you have the stop motion purists that refuse to do like interpolation and stuff like this, but I kind of like the little layer of VFX.
Whoa, dude, and the moving camera?
The animation's really good.
Yeah.
It's like really dynamic. Oh, that's cool.
It's going full on Capcom here. Why doesn't your brain reject it? Why does it accept it? Why do you watch this and you don't go, oh, that's bad and fake?
It's novel.
It's not just that it's novel. There's something deeper than that here.
If you're already setting yourself up for style changes and mood shifts like that, then you just immediately accept it. You're now just solely judging the scene based off of what's happening.
And it actually matches really well, so that does help. And they are adding effects here and there. Obviously all the motion blur is post added, but they're adding little dust hits. Every time they kick or punch or hit the ground, little dust hits. That's not something you get from stop motion.
One of the reasons they did stop motion in this film is just from a budget point of view. They wanted to do this final fight, and you're looking at either doing a CGI person or a lot of creature effects. It's just gonna be a lot of work. And they're like, well, let's just do it in stop motion.
You could have told me that was pure stylistic choice and I'd believe you.
And they actually ended up doing a lot of the stop motion animation first, and then kind of writing down, we need this insert of the character, we need this shot of the character. So you kind of do your big fight first, and you're like, okay, well, he gets punched here. Let's go from that motion of that punch to a close-up of the guy going,
yeah,
and falling
it makes
back.
so much sense to do the stop motion first here, because that would inform all the close-ups.
Yeah, really smart way of approaching it. This is called the Vandal. Very similar vibe where it goes from real life to stop motion.
What
Dang, the faces are incredibly
that's a fantastic
good.
doll.
Her eyes are moving. Wait, are you sure that's 100% doll?
That is a real person's face tracked onto a doll.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I think it's a real doll with the face that looks that good.
No. That's impossible. Technology. Can you just YouTube a realistic doll?
Yeah, you could totally have that.
Yeah, okay, so this is, yeah.
Totally have a miniature look that realistic. Having to comp a real face on a stop motion armature for every shot kind of defeats the purpose. You.
Okay, you're right. My belief in your opinion is growing. The doll faces are so eerily lifelike. This is so weird to watch. The faces are what bridge those two shots. You have like the live action shot of a face emoting, and then when you cut to the wider take, even though it's stop motion, the face is so good, you still roll with it.
So there is a YouTuber that does some really incredible stop motion animations. They're just figurines that he's just stop motion animating, and it has all of the same sort of camera motion and intensity and kinetic power that anime has. But you can't get around the fact that you're still looking at a doll face at the end of the day. And I guess that's what he's trying to get around here, is that anytime you need to do the close-up of the doll face, it is actually just a real face.
Yeah, at the end of the day, if you want to film a human face, what better than to film a human face? Let's shift the mood here. Let's have some fun. Let's bring some color back into our lives here.
So these are little thieves, correct?
Yeah.
No, they borrow.
We don't steal, we borrow.
Well, she's stealing that ice cream, can't give it back.
Well, there's one shot in particular here that when it played, I was like, ooh.
I'm impressed by everything so far, just from the set building alone.
Yeah, the set design is incredible. All right, check out this shot coming up right here.
Wait, he's comped in the whole time. He's not there. Wait, that camera just moved. Wait. Wait! Wait! Hold up! What is going on?
That is a very ambitious shot.
Oh my God.
Considering they were working on it in 1996, this is exceptionally ambitious.
That was, okay, I saw everything.
We saw it all.
I saw it all.
I've seen it all.
Break it down for us, Wren.
All right, I'm gonna break it down for you, even though I have not seen any behind the scenes of this at all, but I already know. So right there, we're looking at a background plate on some sort of motion control rig. The little guy is on a blue screen stage at full scale, so they scaled up the camera proportions for this. But once he starts running, that turns into a digi-double, which I believe happens at about right there. Maybe someone's pulling the soap on a string. And the last thing here is that as the camera lands, the camera actually pulls into a whole different set. It's a giant set that is now comped onto the real scale kitchen.
Yep.
It's a really impressive digi-double. Digi-doubles did not exist that long before this.
You have to remember, back then, to do a shot like this, like, there is nothing that is prefabricated. There's no going online and downloading models or animation packs or even having like preset character skeletons. It is from the ground up building everything for the shot. Everything is bespoke.
Oh, animation reference. Nice. Nice.
That's the soap right there.
Yeah. Look how good the contact shadow is on his feet to the counter.
And the blue screen is so clean. I just can't get over how good blue screen was and handled by like, people who know what they were doing back in the 90s.
I got a fun clip for you. Wren, I know you're into the basketball.
Is this on a volume?
Unfortunately,
No.
it's not on a volume.
Look at his hand. The motion blur is not keyed out. I'm willing to bet they actually shot on a real basketball court and everything outside of the court replaced.
You're 100% right.
So much work in the set, so much resources into building that set.
They're doing extras the right way. The extras that are closest to camera are gonna be real people. Everyone behind them are digital.
How do you think they filmed this?
It's just a guy running around on the court with a camera.
All these mega court shots are done with rollerblade cinematography. His name is John Lyke.
John Like Mike?
When I see someone rollerblading with a camera on like a multi-million-dollar series, I'm like, that's filmmaking. Like, that's filmmaking. Like, that's actual filmmaking. You're not using some stupid like $20,000 like boutique like camera rig that's made just for getting this one type of shot. Let me show you some of the stuff they're doing on this set for their basketball moves. Same guy.
Dude, I love the frame rate.
Whoa, what up?
Oh, up a ramp!
Like, hell yeah. How funny is that to like get known for being good at like filming with rollerblades? And I found maybe what could have been one of the first shots that we have all actually seen that he filmed.
What? I think I know the shot. Okay, without even seeing it, is it where he rolls up to a taxi?
Yep. Free Fly Movie.
Yes!
Oh.
Yes!
That was him?
Yes, basically they came out with the first cinema-ready gimbal. This was their like main demonstration of like how it could be used.
Well, what a blast from the past.
Dude, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same blade camera operator, although now he's going gimballess. Without a gimbal, you're able to maintain that sort of visceral handheld feel, but you're eliminating all of the up and down motion that comes from running around. You just know that he's rolling around on set and every single person in the entire room is looking at him and being like, he's the coolest guy here.
Nothing gonna hold you back when you got it like that.
So we're gonna watch Nyad!
What?
Imagine knowing you could do something that no one else could do.
So Nyad is a film about Diana Nyad, who swam from Cuba to Florida. It's 110 miles. Filming out in the middle of the ocean is dangerous enough that insurance is like, no, hell no. You're not gonna go out there. So they did get a 6,500 gallon tank in the Dominican Republic where they filmed pretty much everything. But what that means is that the water is replaced in every single shot. And not just like the background. I'm talking all of the water.
No!
What do you
Stop
mean?
it.
What do you mean all the water's replaced?
I mean, all the water you're seeing is CG.
Oh my
The
God.
hell?
Oh my goodness. Ah!
Just pick a different idea. Like, stop it. Like, don't just.
They rotoscoped her out of the shot, animated a digi-double, and then they simulated that digi-double through the water and then replaced all of the water.
What?
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 Why would you do this to yourself?
Because the tank doesn't have waves.
Tank doesn't have waves, it doesn't have the right fall off. It can't really seamlessly blend with the real plate photography. But more than that, the water is the main villain of the movie. You can't just be like, we'll get what we get. It's like, no, they're gonna wanna direct the performance of the water.
Ah, shut up! The water doesn't need to have a performance.
That's crazy. It's too much.
But it's really good, right?
It's
Like
so
we're
good.
officially at the point where like you cannot tell the difference between CG water and real water.
So it's like,
Oh God! Oh God!
I fucking hit my knee on a fire extinguisher.
Oh yeah, I'm making a new finger for Jan. Whole video adventure yet to come. Subscribe for that.
Bye.